Hello, welcome to Inspiring You. If we haven't met, I'm Henry. So, we're going to be doing the Navigating Change, Transformation, and Following the Trail of Opportunities, a guide to September's energy forecast in categories and time frames. So, my friends, this month is really inviting you to embrace adaptability, also process or another way of putting it, confront your fears of the unfamiliar and welcome transformation. So it's a time to proactively make changes in your life that can lead to improvement. The energies this month are powerful, encouraging us to explore new possibilities and opportunities that may have been elusive for some time. And as you navigate this journey, you'll need to follow the trail of opportunities. There is a trail of opportunities, my friends, and so, with that, then recognizing what draws you in and being flexible enough to release old dreams or intentions to support you to redirect your path. So, this may be challenging though in a few ways. In fact, this will be challenging month as you may face tests and also confront those fears, especially those related to letting go. Remember that the person that you are at the beginning of this month is not likely who you'll be by the end or by the end of October. So, after the remaining eclipses of the year have passed and you have had time to integrate their effects, embrace this transformation as positive shifts and inspiration, and also let yourself tune into that inspiring action to allow you to take proactive steps to foster the changes that are being called, that are possibly being called to be made, or that the changes that you need. So, my friends, we begin the month by focusing on self care and awareness of what nurtures and supports you. So, seek balance between receiving from others and tending to your own needs, such as protecting yourself from negativity and also staying alert to those who may not have your best interests at heart. Be mindful also of others' projections, particularly those with a victim mentality, and avoid taking things personally. You might need to be strict with your time and energy as you strengthen your self care, positive practices, and inner resilience. So, this inner strength will be essential as the month progresses. And as we approach the partial lunar eclipse on September 17th, the most significant opportunities will present themselves, and the need to release fears, outdated patterns, relationships, or directions will become clear. And so this is really where challenges begin, and you may feel overwhelmed by the possibilities and decisions at hand. If you remain flexible and clear about what you don't want, it will be easier to identify the positive choices available to you. It will also require courage, determination, and inner strength, especially in the process of letting go. But remember, my friends, the rewards are on the other side and are well worth the effort. So, this is how the month may show up for you personally. This is a very transformational month with a strong focus on building inner strength, vitality, certainty, health, and good practices for self care, protection, and boundaries. It's important to stay present as well as to spend plenty of time in reflection, investigating your own truth and making choices that are not influenced by others. So, as mentioned, the person you start out in the beginning of September will likely be different than the person by the end of the month or end of October, really, even if it's just an attitude, confidence level, trust in the new ability to manifest. The transformation potential of the month will also require discipline, 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 my friends. Discipline, especially around keeping yourself clear of other projections, opinions, and attachments. Following the story dots or the trail of opportunities and paying attention to what you have a passion for and how opportunities to rekindle that passion may be showing up. So the resistance to change is not only within you, but also can come from the outside, as those closest to you are maybe in resistance to you going for something new and different. So make sure to use your tools, my friends. So, okay, so how it may show up for you in personal relationships. The relationship with yourself takes center stage this month. Many of us have historically invested too much time into pleasing others and compromising our own needs. That's right. So, this September, you may disappoint some people as you prioritize better self care, time management, and take time for time management and personal growth. Effective, beneficial mindfulness communication can be really supportive and can be crucial. Even if you don't have all the answers, when you are learning to be in the mindful communication, it can just support being a more loving kindness, compassion for self and others as you are, especially as you're moving through a growth process. So, also, when it's appropriate, involve others in your journey but remain though steadfast in your path, ensuring that their input supports rather than detracts from your progress. This is also an excellent time to initiate new relationships, particularly those tied to personal change and growth. So, new connections that appear unexpectedly or present unforeseen opportunities may be significant story dots or a trail of opportunities along your path. So, stay attuned to what feels right for you rather than adhering to what you think you should do. Embrace these new interactions with openness, as they may play a crucial role in your transformation journey. Okay, how this may show up in health and physical body. September is a critical month for enhancing self care and establishing balance. Your physical body has likely experienced growing pains recently, highlighting areas that need attention. So, if you've been working on improving self care, continue those efforts. If not, you'll become increasingly aware of that necessity to do so. If you've been feeling lethargic or introspective, now is the time to shift towards more action, inspiring action, and movement if you feel called to it. Incorporate fun activities into your daily routine: dancing, walking with a friend, or if you have a pet that you go on walks with, or rearranging your space, whatever calls to you as fun. Be mindful of what nourishes you, whether it's food, drink, ideas, attitudes, news. Practice discernment in what you accept and reject. And also, mental health also needs attention. Create space for yourself, seeking support, connect with what ignites your passion, address any lingering resentment by tracing it back to its origin, forgiving past events, and choosing experiences that bring you joy and fulfillment. And this focus on well being will support you in your overall growth and help you navigate this month's changes with resilience and clarity. And also, my friends, when you do forgiveness work, it doesn't mean that you're forgetting the event happened. It's just you're letting yourself process it and come to completion and going into forgiveness for yourself and others. So that way you can move and progress and evolve. The next area is business partnerships and projects. As we are stepping into September, the theme centers on navigating change, embracing transformation, exploring new opportunities, particularly in the realm of business partnerships and projects. So this month, it's wise to hold off on initiating major projects that demand substantial time or resources until you receive a clear and definitive go ahead. The landscape is shifting rapidly, and investing in something that isn't fully prepared or aligned could lead to setbacks if directions change unexpectedly. So instead, focus on assessing and eliminating what no longer supports you. This process of decluttering and letting go of outdated elements is crucial for creating space for new opportunities to emerge. And also, patience, my friends, is key. Resist the urge for immediate results and avoid any tendencies towards self sacrifice that could hinder your progress. Also, with this is reconnecting with your passions. September is a prime time to explore and reconnect with your passions. This reconnection can significantly influence the new opportunities you identify and pursue. So consider the partnerships you have with yourself and as a collaborative effort among all facets of your being. So your emotional self Also, your emotional self needs assurance of safety. Your intellectual self seeks clarity on next steps. And your physical self must believe in the practicality of your goals. And your spiritual self needs confidence in regarding your path in terms of the knowingness and the understanding. So take time to align these aspects. Well, this will support you in enhancing your overall coherence and foster successful collaborations for yourself and others. Also, this month's focus is on thoughtfully managing change and transformation. So, aligning with your core passions and ensuring all parts of you are harmonized to facilitate effective business partnerships and projects. September seems to be calling for a deep dive into the theme of navigating change in various environments, both external and internal. It's a month to embrace transitions, to adapt with flexibility, and to find the silver lining even in challenging situations. Also, another area is environment. This month embraces the changes occurring not just within yourself, but also in the broader natural environment. Pay attention to all the environments you interact with: work, home, family, emotional, mental, and natural. Observe the changes that are unfolding in those that need to take place. Be proactive in adapting to these shifts and avoid resisting the natural flow of change. Flexibility will be crucial. Aim to make transitions as enjoyable as possible. Challenging situations can reveal both the best and also sometimes the worst in us. But remember, we're here to learn, grow, and evolve. So, my friends, choose to approach these challenges with loving kindness, compassion, patience, and if you can, humor rather than despair. When you can find any kind of peace, or even when you can find the humor or laugh, even if it's the face of chaos, confusion, or even environmental upheavals, you position yourself on the path to healing and progress. And I know, my friends, that when we're in these situations, that it can feel really difficult. It can feel also we're in some sort of trauma and it can feel hard. But that's where, though, bringing in mindfulness, bringing in, okay, you can feel exhausted, tired, or even be in some sort of chaos, but call in peace energy, patience, call in finding finding something to like laugh. When I years ago, in my 20s, early 30s, when I started working with various energy practitioners and shamans, they would each say in their own way, once you see the humor in it, that's when you really know that you got the lesson and you're in the healing and you're shifting. And also another mantra that you can use is this too shall pass. Can be particularly useful as you navigate change and unexpected weather or even environmental events. Or another one is I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. That's something that, my guides gave me as a mantra when I was a kid. I didn't even know the word mantra, but they said, I was in a situation that my nervous system was becoming dysregulated. And so they said to put my hand on my heart and just say I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, and take 3 deep breaths. So that's something that I've used, throughout my life. So if that supports you, you can use that as well. I'll cut, and then with that, then you know using mantras and affirmations can just really support you retraining the brain and also coming into a sense of safety to help you with your nervous system. Also, another helpful reminder is there is always help along the way. Even when you feel like it's not there yet, just really setting that intention that there's help along the way, that it's happening for the highest good. And by staying adaptable and in flexibility and in that kind of light energy, in terms of that light energy of optimism, that help is along the way, you'll be better in terms of managing the shifts in your environment, and then also make the most of the opportunities that are present, because remember, there's a trail of opportunities that are coming in, so you want to stay present for them so that way you can notice the story dots and be able to follow the trail of opportunities. So, how you might approach this all, navigating environmental changes, would that be proactive in your approach to change? Avoid resisting it. Flexibility will be your ally. Try making transitions as enjoyable as possible. Use your tools, my friends. Recognize that challenging situations can reveal both the best and sometimes the worst in us. And it's not right, wrong, good, or bad. There's an isness, and letting yourself use your tools to process of like what is being called here to evolve. If you can opt for humor over, despair. And if you are, in despair, let yourself acknowledge it, process the wisdom of it, especially when you're faced with chaos, confusion, or disruptions in your environment. And then aligning yourself with a path of healing and progress. Another one is observe and adapt. Take stock of the changes occurring around you at work, home, within your family, natural world. Notice the shifts that are happening and which one are on the horizon. Assess how you can adapt to these changes and what proactive steps that you can take to manage them effectively. Also, I just want to say that, in any of this, it's not to minimize your experience or, what you might have faced in terms of the chaos. I have so much compassion for anybody going through difficult times that are in chaos or anything that's happening that feels really difficult and hard. It's just, when you're really starting to practice mindfulness, it's how can I support myself in terms of my nervous system? How can I bring myself into a groundedness alignment to shift so that way I can be more in that open, wise mind growth mindset that can support me in terms of the adaptability and flexibility, because then that can help you with inspiring action, and can support you. So, anyway, flexibility is key. Change can be unpredictable. So, being flexible will support you as well. Try to approach transitions with a mindset that welcomes novelty rather than resists it. Your ability to go with the flow will not only ease the process, but also make it more enjoyable. And that doesn't mean that you're going numb. You can be present and be able to go with the flow. You're just noticing where the energy is shifting. Um, Also, using helpful mantras, self-care, reflection can be helpful, and just environmental awareness. Pay attention to environmental changes such as shifts in weather, local shifts as well. These changes can just support you. So, navigating change with a blend of adaptability, mindfulness, humor, if you can, if you're ready for it, processing any kind of emotions, letting yourself download the wisdom can make a significant difference in how you experience and handle the transformations that come your way. Embrace the fluidity of change in all areas of your life by staying flexible, maintaining a sense of humor, and keeping a light energy outlook on this. You'll navigate environmental shifts more effectively and find opportunities for growth and healing. All right, how this might break down in terms of dates and timeframes. I already talked about this a little bit, but September 1st through the 7th is this period offers a valuable opportunity for reflection, helping you to discern what's working well in your life, what isn't, focusing on the finer details of self-care and your inner journey. Setting healthy boundaries may be necessary to shield yourself from being swayed by others' moods, processes, and attitudes. You can also ask yourself what is being called in regard to completion, or another way of hearing that question is, what maybe still need healing, if that resonates for you, or where am I in this experience, and what am I being called for self-realization to then, process for self actualization, to let myself shift to another level. Regardless, let yourself, however it resonates for you, to process that and allow space then for forgiveness, to release any lingering disappointments, shame, guilt, anger, or regret. Embrace the lessons, choose to move forward with a renewed sense of clarity. And with that, then the new moon that was on September 2nd brings a chance for fresh start and realignment with new insights that you gain. You want to use the time to plant seeds for emotional upgrade and commit to prioritizing your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual well-being. So we did on Monday, September 2nd, with the new moon in Virgo. We're still in that new moon energy, so feel free to set intentions. And also, this new moon is inviting you to focus on self care, healthy habits, enhancing both yourself, your environment. Avoid getting caught in trivial details or distractions. Instead, concentrate on the broader picture of change and identify the most significant opportunity or trail of opportunities that stand out for you right now. Use this time to examine any resistance you might have to change and practice flexibility. Being proactive will put you ahead. So choose the change that challenges you just outside your comfort zone and embrace it. Once committed, observe how your decision aligns with supportive forces around you. And if you encounter obstacles such as fear, resistance, or overthinking, acknowledge them. And the energy of this new moon encourages forward movement. So decisively and without hesitation. So, if you are in my Inspiring You Patreon, the Meditate with Me in All Access levels, as well as the Reiki box level, I did put in self reflection journal questions to support you to write new intentions for this month. So you can head there if you whenever you can, and take some time to answer the questions, and then send me, if you are in the Reiki box level as well as Meditate with Me All Access, you know where to send your intentions so they can be printed and Reiki'd, so they can be added to the Reiki box. So let yourself do that. Okay, September 8th through the 15th. This week invites you to reflect deeply on where you're channeling your energy. Reflect on where your energy is directed. It's an ideal time to assess what truly nourishes you versus what depletes your vitality or what drains you. And if you encounter challenges, strive to move beyond a martyr mindset. Instead, tap and connect with your inner strength and resolve to find solutions that foster positive change and guide you toward a more fulfilling path and inspire a better path forward. And let any tension you feel experience drive you towards movement. Allow it to be a catalyst for movement and growth. Engage in meaningful conversations and stay attuned to signs that present new opportunities and new possibilities for enriching your life journey. So, I will have journal questions for this week as well. That will be up on the Inspiring You Patreon as well. That will be next on September 8th. So, again, if you're my Inspiring You Patreon, the Reiki level, the Reiki box level, Meditate with Me All Access, look for that next week. Okay, so September 16th through the 23rd, this week brings a heightened sense of clarity, offering an ideal moment to stay present and attentively follow emerging opportunities. So use this time to realign your intentions and communicate your renewed inspirations, desires, and goals with yourself and others. Build upon the inner strength and boundaries you've recently cultivated to make clear, purposeful choices. Stay attuned to your emotional, intuitive guidance, especially if doubts or questions arise about your journey. As we enter the eclipse window, be aware that emotions, reactions, and projections may become more intense. Uphold strong boundaries and practice self protection in an energetic, loving way, not out of fear, and while also remaining adaptable, resilient, resourceful amid these shifts. If you find yourself in a state of stability and flow, resist the temptation to get caught up in external chaos or confusion. Maintain your groundness and alignment and your vibrational shift. Continue also your self care and spiritual practice to maintain this balance, ground, alignment, and inner peace. September 17th, on Tuesday, September 17th, we'll experience the full moon in Pisces, also known as the super harvest moon. This moon will be accompanied by a partial lunar eclipse, adding extra layer of significance. September 22nd, September 22nd, the equinox occurs on Sunday. That's September 22nd, and that marks the beginning of autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. Again, there will be reflection questions for the Inspiring You Patreon available that week, and to the paid levels of the Reiki box and higher. September 24th through the 30th, this week highlights the energies of empowerment, assertiveness, and passion. It's an ideal time to assess your capacity to genuinely receive and embrace what you long for and are passionate about. I say yes to that, please. So, my friends, please be attentive to any opportunities that reemerge. Because remember, this month is also about trail of opportunities. So, what opportunities are presenting themselves? So, what is the trail of opportunities? So, be attentive to any opportunities that reemerge, as they may provide a chance to revisit and perhaps rekindle past aspirations or decisions. For instance, if a travel opportunity you once missed resurfaces, it could be a sign to explore it once more. Also, approach this period with confidence and a courageous mindset. Reconnect with your core passions, including those that you have sidelined due to various life circumstances. By aligning your action with these revitalized interests, you can cultivate a more harmonious and fulfilling alignment with your true desires. Also, my friends, reflect on your havingness, your ability to receive, your capacity to fully embrace and receive what you truly want, because this will help you move towards more of a state of abundance. So recognize the opportunities that resurface, allow yourself to reconsider dreams or paths that you may have once set aside. So, with that, my friends, again, if you are in my Inspiring You Patreon, there will be journal questions for this, and that will be for the Inspiring You Patreon for the Reiki box level, as well as for the Meditate with Me and All Access levels. So, that is September in the categories and time frames. And with all of this, my friends, by integrating these tips and sources of inspiration, it can just support you navigating September's transformative energies with greater ease and embark on the opportunities for growth and renewal that this month is bringing, my friends. Always use your tools to support yourself. And yeah, and with that, my friends, that is it for now. And if you haven't done the new moon meditation, I definitely suggest you do it. I've heard a lot of people reached out saying they had a lot of amazing experiences in that. A lot of insight came through. A lot of people saw just different, just a lot of amazing things. And also, it's a great opportunity to set your intentions for this month. And if you haven't already done so, let yourself do that. And that is it for now, my friends. And with that, we always want to delink. So say this after me. I asked to delink from this talk. I asked to delink from Reiki, asking the light to fill in the spaces for the highest good with ease and grace in gratitude. So that is the shorter version of what I do. If you're wondering about why it's much shorter than the usual delinking, that is a short version that you can always do. So with that, have a beautiful day and much